It stars Alexander Skarsgård as Tarzan and Margot Robbie as Jane. Well, it's come to something when I say Tarzan and Jane are here on the sofa this morning. What an extraordinary thing to be involved in. And welcome to the programme. Alexander,
thanks for having us.
When you knew you were going to be playing Tarzan, did you think it was going to be a lot of swinging on vines and yodelling?
I was trying to perfect the yodeling. I knew there'd be lots of wine swinging, but I wasn't sure how to do the yodeling. I mean, it's a classic one, so to...
Can you give us a Tarzan?
We started with that.
Weirdly enough, that didn't end up in the movie.
Yeah, weird.
They got someone else to do it.
David Yates, our director, he wasn't sure that was the right one, was he?
No. Sam Jackson does a great Tarzan call, which he seemed to be auditioning throughout the whole shoot. I think he was
pretty much every day.
I think he was angling to get your role.
He was, every day on set, he just walked around with a Tarzan call to take over the loincloth from Johnny Weissmuller and other legendary actors. But it wasn't really because it's so different, and I felt that, you know, like you mentioned, the movie opens here in London in the late 1880s. You don't meet Tarzan, and it's not me, Tarzan, you, Jane. It's a very sophisticated couple. Yeah. The first scene is John Clayton drinking tea with the Prime Minister. And I thought it's a very surprising introduction to these characters, which I thought was quite fun. And then they return to the jungle. So it's not really you see the origin story and how he was raised as an orphan and how they met as teenagers, but told in flashbacks. The main storyline is basically them returning to the Congo and returning to their home.
And Margot, what about you to play Jane? What an extraordinary role.
She's a pretty feisty Jane.
She's a very feisty Jane. She's quite defiant. Doesn't really like being held captive, so she's constantly finding her own way out of it because he takes his time. So.
Is she a feminist Jane for our time?
She's a far more feminist version than I think previous versions have shown. Yeah, she's just more real. Like, I don't know, I just was thinking more in terms like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't just sit there and do nothing. So, no, it was fun. I got to do lots of hitting and kicking and spitting in Christoph Waltz's face. So a few headbutts in there. Yeah, it was good fun.
I love that he takes his time. Like, I'm fighting an ape.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
John!
Hurry up already. Yeah.
Well, it's great to see you, and good luck with the movie. It sounds terrific. It has a sort of political edge, but it is still a family film.
Totally. Yeah. It's just fun. It's a big, sweeping action adventure with like a love story at the heart of it. It kind of ticks all the boxes, I think.
Great to see. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
I recently took a trip to Kenya, to Nairobi. It was my first trip there. All the children there, they're like little angels. And yeah, I just encourage everybody to please tune in and donate, because you can really make a difference. And these children count, and they're not forgotten.